This is on Fox Business, just in relation to what he was just talking about. Not a good sign. Iran suspends cooperation with UN watchdog. That's, yeah.
New bill would allow President Trump to give Israel B-2 stealth bombers along with...
Oh, yeah, by the way, all the uncommitted, hashtag uncommitted, you crowd. Did you hear that? The bill that Republicans passed by a hair's breadth that not a single Democrat voted for is giving B-2s and bunker busters ultimately gives them a ton of leeway to give stuff to Israel. Because those are the things you kind of need when you're clearing streets of terrorists, wouldn't you say? You're not going to own the fact that there was a difference. There was always a difference.
The bunker-busting bombs if Iran goes nuclear. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce joins us. Great.
Oh, by the way, what determines if they've gone nuclear? Oh, Trump just gets to say so. Just like he did when he hit him. He's like, I felt, Tulsi Gabbard was wrong. I believed that they were going to get it much sooner. So that's enough. Ta-da.
To see you this morning.
Thank you for being here. Hello. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Jen.
Tammy. Let's begin.
Well, yes, thank you.
There. What are the risks in doing this, do you think?
Well, look, obviously, in the State Department, we're in the business of diplomacy. That is the Department of Defense and the White House. Implementing the president's vision when it comes.
His vision, yes.
Comes to America first, what advances America's policies, what the president envisions is important. And that, of course, is supporting our allies around the world.
There you go. Yeah, right. Supporting our allies around the world, like Russia, like Iran, like China. Supporting, his allies.
Israel is one of those allies. And these are the kinds of decisions that we have with the one guiding hand in this nation, which is President Trump.
The one guiding hand. Lord bless us all. His one guiding hand brings forth your loving grasp upon the promised land. Oh, help me, Jesus. Here we go. His guiding hand. The fuck out of here.
And obviously, with the condition of the world, his approach of diplomacy has worked in a number of areas when it comes to not just ceasefires, but peace agreements, et cetera, like with the DRC and the Congo. I mean, there's an important dynamic.
Wow, there's a peace deal between the DRC and the Congo? How'd that happen? One of these days, we'll have peace between Mexico and Mexico.
There, but also when it comes to the emergence of a new...
She means Rwanda, who's officially not at war with the DRC or wasn't. There were militias that would go back and forth between the borders of both countries.
Middle East after our action regarding Iran. So ultimately, what the president decides and what America does is going to be best for America and then, of course, ultimately best for the world.
Yes, whatever we do, okay, it will be best for America and best for the world. Trust in his guiding hand, oh Lord of Jesus, here we go.
Talking of Iran, Tammy, what are the chances still that Iran gets a bomb?
The fuck? U.S. Air Force file of, are we blowing up the Temple on the Mount? Is that the footage that we're now showing? What the shit?
Well, I think now it's pretty clear after the destruction of their system, of their nuclear capabilities, certainly they will...
This is file footage of the concept of it. I'm fairly certain the Iranians didn't have a measuring pole and pylons nearby that would show the depth and the measurement so the camera would have something to like kind of do the math based on the angles and the height and the...
Not get a nuclear weapon. That was not aspirational by President Trump. That's a statement. It is clear now that is the case. But they did withdraw from cooperating with the IAEA, which has been noted was not a wise decision. There still needs to be...
It's noted.
Cooperation to make sure that the Iranian people...
Hey, asshole. Once they've moved out of that and they're not cooperating anymore, you have no way of knowing. And the assumption will be, I guarantee it, from Trump, that they are. At some point.
and that country can return to the normal group of nations. So.
Yeah, that'll happen. That's what everybody does right before they join the normal group of nations, is they pull out of nuclear watchdogs looking into their nuclear program. Absolutely.
The president wants this to work out for everyone. Including...
Well, guess what, asshole? It can't. So you're going to have to make a decision, you lazy, flabby fuck.
Of course, the Iranian people themselves.
But it's not a good sign.
Probably not.
That the Iranian president has ordered the country to suspend its cooperation with the nuclear inspectors,
yes.
right? I mean, it's an interesting decision based on...
Interesting. That's how I would say it. Yeah, interesting. The timing also.
What's happened up to now.
Yeah, this is, of course, the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism.
Right. But Trump wants to make a deal with them. And if the largest state sponsor of terrorism in the world wants to sell oil to China, Trump is fine with that. He wants them to be successful they just can't have a nuke. They can be very successful as the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism.
Does
that strike anybody as odd that they keep saying this?
Doesn't happen just overnight. This is their
Yeah, you got to wean somebody off being the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism.
Thematic framework. It has been bad for the Iranian people, bad for the Middle East, bad for humanity. They have an opportunity now.
But it's been great for the rulers and the mullahs. So...
to return to some kind of normal order. The president,
again,
wants everyone to have a future, and this is an opportunity they should not miss. But the president also is determined to make sure that his agenda is seen and implemented, and that, remember, is about them not...
It's not. Okay, if that's what he's concerned about, just know that ain't what's happening.
...having a nuclear weapon, and that is not going to occur at any point.
All right, let's switch.
Well, how do you know? Stupid. How do you know? Because they just stopped allowing inspectors to look. So who has faith in the idea that Donald Trump will assume the best in the Iranian mullahs and the Ayatollah and the leadership, that they'll actually, they're not going to do this anymore? He's just going to, they're not letting us look because they don't want us to see how they're complying so much that they're concerned they'll look like wussies, so they just don't want to show us how awesome they're... It's a surprise. They're not done wrapping the present of peace.
Subjects, Tammy. President Trump and Vladimir Putin speaking now, apparently, or have been speaking. Tomorrow, the president reportedly plans to speak with President Zelensky of Ukraine. I guess this is the big question, Tammy. Is there going to be a ceasefire deal reached, do you think?
No. Period. Trump just spoke to him. No. You know why? Is it because Zelensky's being obstinate or being a dick about the fact that Putin sent fucking rape squads into his country, you asshole? No, it's because Trump called Putin and Putin said no. That's why. That's why he's like, I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy. That's why he's saying, I'm not happy about it. The reason he's saying, I'm not happy about it is because he was told in no uncertain terms, Putin is not going to do it. He has no interest, asshole. In for a penny, in for a pound. This motherfucker is he's going to take this area until, Trump lets him finish it.
Think.
Well, look, that has been the goal of the president. That has been we've been the world's largest supporter of Ukraine and the nature of what's happened there. But he's made it.
Sorry, hi, asshole. We're not the world's largest supporter of the nature of what's happened there. Trump definitely likes because the nature of what happened there was Russia attacked and killed a bunch of civilians and tried to take over the whole fucking country.
Clear from the start. He's gotten the parties to the table. He's done that around the world with conflicts and warring nations. But that is what has to happen. Nothing else can be decided until there's a ceasefire. You can't.
Bullshit. Most wars don't end with a ceasefire. As a matter of fact, a lot of times you get a ceasefire, it rumbles on because of it. Most wars end with either a decisive victory, a surrender, or a stalemate, a literal, demilitarized fighting zone.
make decisions about what a peace would look like until you stop shooting at each other.
How about, I got a great idea what it could look like. Russia, get the fuck out.
The president has made his opinion about
There's a lot of stammering in these answers.
Vladimir Putin clear. We've shown our support and continue to for Ukraine. But we've also stated, as has Secretary of State Marco Rubio, that this now belongs in the hands of the parties. They must have that conversation.
Well, that would be because Trump promised to fix it in an hour and couldn't, because the art of the deal is bullshit. Thank you, Russ.
And come to these decisions themselves. And of course, as President Trump has shown, his general.
Hey, whoa. Can we just, for a second, try to make these words sort of make sense? Could you make an attempt at making them make sense? Russia attacked another country. That country won't stop fighting until Russia stops attacking them. Russia has no desire to lose or stop fighting, and yet they cannot win. They need the other side to break down for them to be successful, just taking a little more territory until they can build up and try it again. You want to talk about a fucking forever war? Here's how you get stuck in a forever war, where it's always churning in Europe and this is going on, is you let Russia get a toehold. The way you end this, you want to end a forever war in this situation, you give Ukraine everything it needs to fight back, and Russia has to retreat back to its original line, and they come to the table. They attacked. They started it. But my NATO expansion motherfuckers can go pound sand. Don't make me whip out the 1997 NATO-Russia founding agreement. And if you don't know what that is, go read it before you start yammering to anybody about how Russia had no choice.
His interest in wanting to help facilitate the ceasefire to end the carnage. This is not something that can be won militarily.
Yeah.
By Russia.
And it has to end, and we know that is the message from President Trump.
First of all, no, it doesn't have to end. It doesn't. That's the problem, stupid. It can go on. People can keep getting slaughtered. Wars like this can grind for fucking years, stupid. None of this is going to change because you stand in the fucking doorway with your arms on your hips going, now settle down. If I hear another one, this can go on for a very long time. If you don't believe me, ask North and South Korea about the demilitarized zone and the people that have been shot crossing that. Ask, anybody who's been abducted by the North Koreans and accused of spying. Of course it can go on forever. Wars don't have to be successful to kill a lot of people.
More quickly for you, Tammy. I wanted to talk about this. Federal officials warning about lone wolf terror.
All right. Don't smile so fast, dipshit. Did you notice how she's like, I'm so happy we're changing topics. Ask me about something else. Lone wolf terrorists.
Threats to the 4th of July celebrations. What more can you tell us about that?
Well, it's a great way to scare people about foreigners.
Well, it's, I think, a lot of common sense. Look, the world has been disrupted. Iran is in a very different place.
I'm sorry. I was under the impression that Trump said they want to talk and they want to come to the table. Why would they give the green light to people to do acts of terror? Oh, right. They're the world's largest sponsor of terrorism that Trump wants to allow to sell oil so they can make more money and give them $6 billion from the account that supposedly Biden gave them.
Our individuals.
Good Lord. It's so stupid. Like, they don't even listen to themselves.
We see around the world who are willing to commit terrorism, to kill people. This is
What? There's people out there that are willing to kill people? But enough about the House Republicans.
Important a day. It's the Independence Day for the United States of America.
When? Why didn't someone call me? I have other plans. It's coupon day at Chili's.
So I think about common sense. Also, in fact, check with state.gov if you're traveling for the nature of what's happening with other countries.
Yeah, if you think you might be flying to one of the countries where Iran sponsors terrorism, check in with our website.
Advice there. We have that at state.gov. And also,
why would I trust the federal government, lady? They can't do anything right. I learned that from a Republican.
with your local
Who works in government.
authorities, making sure that where you're attending, that you've got all the advice from your local authorities as well. But
Yeah, that's what you want. Hey, get all the advice from your local authorities. Should I wear blue, or does it like? I feel like it looks like it fits, and I enjoy the shirt a lot or whatever. But I'm looking for something that helps me broaden out my shoulders, and I feel like maybe an orange or something. What are you calling about? Well, I mean, obviously, I want to know if there are any terrorists at the fireworks in Covington, Kentucky this week. But also, on top of that,
of course, enjoy the holiday, enjoy the birthday of this nation effectively.
Yes.
But
effectively,
be wise, and it's going to be a fantastic day. It's going to be
a fantastic day. That sounds something that like something a character in Almost Famous would say.
250th birthday for America in our America First agenda, and looking forward to a future which is obviously now brighter for everyone here at home.
Unless, of course, you don't call your locals and figure out what the terrorism spectrum. Are we on orange level, or remember that? Wait, maybe we need to whip that shit back out again.
And
Threat level orange.
very quickly, just to get back to this lone wolf threat, there are Iranians that have come across the border when it was wide open. That is a big concern, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. People who are trying to escape Iran, maybe even, I don't know, fathers or husbands or grandfathers with daughters who thought maybe better here for them than not. So, which obviously proves they're a danger to everyone. But someone who would actually bring their daughters here for a better life, yikes.
It is, and we talked about this at the time during the last administration.
Yes.
The number of people who are on the terrorist watch list that we knew had come over. The issue becomes who we didn't know who came.
Right, the the unknown knowns, or the known unknowns, or the knownly knowns.
Came over, right? From both the northern and the southern borders. This is obviously
Fucking Canadians.
now we've got a DOJ, we've got an attorney general, we've got a president who understands the importance of safety in this country, and that is.
Then why? How come you shut down the border and nobody's coming across, but there's still just as much fentanyl in the country? What was that about?
Now built up. We know just President Trump's presence has sealed that border.
No, it hasn't. Or if it did, why did you have all that? Would you have like $170 billion in funding for the border in this, dummy? If just his presence as president shuts the border, what do you need all that money for, stupid?
But it is about from city.
I was told during the campaign last year that when Biden said we need to pass a border bill, people said, you don't need a bill, you just need a new president. Well, apparently you need a new president and $170 billion.
City to city, town to town, knowing that we recognize the importance of safety in the streets, but you're going to get certainly alerts like this. We are ready for it, but Americans need to have that in mind as we move forward.
Thank you.
As we move forward, that's how time works. I don't know if you're aware. Yeah. As the days pass and the clock ticks, like sands through the hourglass, these are the assholes of our lives. All right.
So much, Tammy Bruce, for being here.
We feel so much better about those lone wolf terrorists. Thank you very much. Have a great 4th of July, and don't blow your thumbs off.